As we saw just a couple of minutes ago, it was nothing but rain in the Fargo area, at least for now. We're going to take you north, though. Devil's Lake, here is a look at the snow that has come down already. More snow continuing to fall, and that is expected through the evening and overnight hours. About 5.5 inches as reported a few minutes ago is what we've seen so far in Devil's Lake. We take a look at the snowfall reports, and here are some other locations with even more snowfall. Harvey, we're looking at 10.5 inches. Rugby seeing 9 inches. Cavalier 7. We've seen a few locations here, including Starkweather, Edmore with 6 inches. Also Walhalla in North Dakota. A quick look at one of our DOT cameras. You can see the road's generally wet, but we do have some of that snow building, of course, on the grass there. And one of the things we're seeing, there are locations where we do have some snow on the roadways. That's, of course, where more of that snow has come down so far today. Winter storm travel, what are the impacts? Well, tonight in many areas, it's just going to be very tough to travel. High impact, I should say. Heavier snow accumulating north and west, the same areas we've seen that snow. That line, though, is pushing southward. We've got a snow mix in south and east tomorrow. Snow early, could see some slick roads even in Fargo due to the fact we're going to have a little snow. Roads will be a little wet, and then we'll see those cold temperatures move in. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll look at those conditions being not as bad as tonight and certainly during the morning hours. The snow is moving out. The very cold air is moving in. Satellite and radar image, and you see it right here now. You look in Fargo, we've seen a very light rain mist throughout much of the day. Not being picked up on the radar, but it is there. But really focusing right now on those areas that are seeing snow. In those areas that are seeing it, have seen it for quite a while. Now, Grand Forks, it's been coming down for a few hours, but that temperature, it's been above freezing, so we have not seen very much of that snow. In fact, very little actually sticking, even in the grass. Meanwhile, Thief River Falls, just to the east there, it's been nothing but rain, and that's really the story of this weather system to this point, and it will continue to be. That line, kind of who's straddling, who's getting more snow, who's getting more rain. It will slowly push southward overnight, and eventually Fargo will be in that snowfall. But again, temperatures are still going to be above freezing in Fargo, so as we see this system wrap up, it's not until after the snow moves out the temperature drops below freezing. We could see a little snow on the ground tomorrow. When I say a little, I mean half an inch, maybe an inch. But the thing is a lot of it's going to melt on impact, and again, those temperatures are above the freezing mark, and then numbers drop. It is also going to be very chilly because of that northwest wind, so we're going to see a high around freezing tomorrow. It's going to feel colder than that thanks to that strong wind, so finally getting to those cold temperatures. But again, by then the snow is long gone. What about additional snowfall totals? Well, those areas that have seen the most snow, that's going to be who continues to see the best chance of snow and the highest accumulations overnight through tomorrow. Maybe an additional 4, 5, 6 inches in Devil's Lake. Grand Forks could see 3, 4, maybe even 5 inches of snowfall. Current conditions 38 in Fargo. Cloudy, a little bit of light rain, north wind at 17. You see our numbers right now where that white line is. It indicates the difference between where it's freezing and where it is not freezing at this point. Tomorrow's highs, they're much colder. We've been promising the cold air as well. Take a look at our weekend. 32 and 31, lows in the teens. 32 on Monday, 32 on Halloween. So I know, Justin, you're dressing up. Gonna wear that.
You need some heavy jacket over the costume into the game plan there. A little bit of a recovery towards the end of the forecast, but a long way from the 70s we saw about a week ago.
Oh, absolutely. Low 40s are going to feel great by next week.
Thanks, Russ. Still ahead on Valley News Live at 6. Halloween's coming up. And as Russ mentioned, so are winter temperatures. We have some tips how to stay warm while trick-or-treating this season.